Hi, I'm back again. This is Mike's Unboxing Therapy. This time we've got a 10W LED floodlight with motion detection. So let's go through what's on the box. There's 10W LED floodlight motion sensor. Actually, before I get too far away, or too carried away rather, this is another purchase from Amazon. The link will be in the description below or the comments. This was $13.99, which is with Prime, so I got free delivery, but I think it's $13.99 with free normal delivery anyway, so you probably want to check that for yourself before you buy it, but yeah, it's around about £13–14. Anyway, onward. So, 10W PIR light. At the moment I've got a horrible halogen one out there, which is 100W or 150W. Every time the winter comes, the bulb goes and you can't unscrew the top because it's all rusted. It's just horrendous, so I thought I'd replace it for one of these LEDs, save energy and hopefully last a bit longer and not have to replace it every year. Now this one, because it's an LED, is a non-replaceable bulb, so unlike with the other tungsten ones, if they go wrong you can replace the bulb pretty easily. This one you'd have to replace the entire unit, so bear that in mind before you make a change. If you like the convenience of just changing the bulb, if yours doesn't get rusty and it's easy to change, then go with it. But if you want to change and save some money, hopefully on the electricity, and save the planet as well. But anyway, onward. So on the side of the box we're saying it's a A++, A+ or A rated LED bulb. It's non-dimmable, so it's only on one fixed setting, which I think is 700 lumens, so reasonably bright. 120 degree arc of the beam. So if you've got it in your garden, you've got quite a narrow garden like we have here, 120 degrees isn't that wide, it's not the full 180, so you're not going to start encroaching into your garden neighbour's space or whatever, getting complaints. You can use it in temperatures between -25 and 40 degrees C, so luckily where we are in England the climate is kind of somewhere slap bang in the middle of there, so it shouldn't be a problem. And it's rated being able to switch on and off for 25,000 times. So if you'd say, for instance, on an average day, it's probably going to switch on, I don't know, maybe 10–15 times with animals and things passing through its field of vision. It's going to last quite a long time. So, let's see, features, and this is the technical blurb. So it's a 10W floodlight. There actually is the dimensions of the unit itself. It's 115 millimeters wide. That's 4.52 inches. No, I'm not clever, it says that. The width of the unit, so the top of the lens, from the top of the glass protection on the front to the back of the bracket, if you're measuring depth, is 90mm or 3.45 inches. The height of the unit, so from the top of the glass to the bottom of the PIR sensor, is 155mm or 6.1 inches. I'm going to take a closer picture of that and I'll leave that either in the description or I might put it up on the side or something. You'll be able to see it anyway, so you get an idea of that. So input range 100 to 240 volts AC power. Frequency 50 to 60 hertz, so that's UK, I'm not sure, I think we're 50 hertz, I'm not sure, but I think that's like a kind of European thing anyway. Waterproof rating is IP65 for the floodlight itself. The motion detector is IP44. I'm not too sure what the difference between the two is, but I guess they're both pretty waterproof. Just don't submerge it in water, it will not go underwater. Brightness 700 lumens as we said. CIR is less than 70. I haven't got a clue what CIR means. If you know what that means, drop me a comment below, let me know and I'll let everyone else know. I've not ever come across that before, so it'd be interesting to find out. I might have to Google it later. What else we got? The light appearance. Now this one is a daylight white, which is 600 kelvins. Oh, sorry, 6,000 kelvins. So it's the kind of the bluish white that you get. If you want, they do a version of it with daylight white, which is I think it's somewhere between 2,700 and 4,000 kelvins for your daylight. Illumination time for the detection. So on a single detection, so one thing going past, you can choose between 10 to 180 seconds. So 180 seconds, that's 3 minutes. So 3 minutes of light. So if you're just going to go and take the bins out the back, or just going to get some wood for your wood burner or something like that, 3 minutes should be more than long enough. It's not going to waste too much energy. Again, it's only 10 watts, so I personally am going to leave it on 3 minutes just so that it's on for a little bit longer. Also for security purposes, if it stays on a bit longer, any potential thieves or anyone getting into your garden, if the light's on longer, they're probably going to move on, hopefully. What else have we got? Right, wattage, 10 watts, we said that earlier, it's a 10 watt LED. And so actually it says here the energy cost. Now the energy cost, estimated on a yearly basis, so if it's on for roughly about 3 hours a day, which I don't think it would be, but maybe it could, again depending on how much your energy is, they're saying it's $1.2. Now I haven't got any dollars, so I'll have to give them pound notes, but I guess it's about £1. So it's going to be really cheap to run over the year against the £10 or £15 it would be if it was the traditional halogen. Now the life expectancy of the bulb, I guess they're saying there, is 50,000 hours. They've already mentioned on the front that it was on and off cycles 25,000. So if you're saying the life expectancy is 50,000 hours, roughly they're saying it's 2 minutes per activation for its lifetime. And as it's an ROHS environmentally friendly product, it contains no mercury. No mercury in this product. Anyway, I'll probably bored you all to tears with that, so let's have a look what's in the box. It's like Christmas every day, yeah? Okay, so what have we got? We've got a surprisingly nice instruction manual, which is kind of like the manuals we used to get years ago. Rather than just being printed on a piece of A4 paper folded up, this is actually a proper booklet. And it's a multilingual one. Dead handy. So, yeah, that's got everything in there. How to, blah blah blah, how to install, some tips, routine maintenance. To ensure better lighting, please clean the lamp at regular intervals. Please make sure the power is off before your maintenance work. To avoid any damage to the lamp, please do not use chemical solvent during the routine maintenance. Interesting stuff. Okay. Right, that's that and that. This is the unit itself. So, very small. And the cable that's attached to it, I believe, is a captive cable, so it's all kind of soldered on in the back. So this cable you'll have to run either to an external junction box or to a plug of some sort. It's not very long, what's that? 18 inches? 18 inches. And the unit itself in its entirety, 7 inches, give or take. Now, one thing to bear in mind with this, when you're mounting it, which I've noticed, this bracket on the back, as you can see, so depending where you're mounting it, if you're mounting it from the top somewhere, like on a soffit or something, it's going to be fine. But the thing to think about is if you're mounting it like this, like most people probably will on a wall, is the amount of down angle you've got before the sensor doesn't have any kind of length to it. So, see for example, if we're on the wall here, ideally you're probably going to want it around about, what's that, that's 45 degrees, so about 30 degrees downward. That should give you a pretty good spread of light in all directions, and the sensor is going to be okay. You can angle it up as high as you want, and the sensor does have a adjustment there, so you can adjust it in all sorts of crazy ways. So I don't think it turns around. No, just that axis. So again, bear in mind where you're going to be attaching it to. You may need to put a batten behind it before you attach it to the wall, just to give you a bit more depth. Whether or not that's going to be relevant, I don't know. But anyway, so it's a daylight bulb, 10 watts, on the bottom here we have got your 3 adjustment dials. Got one for sensitivity, one for the time length duration, and one for your lux, which is the setting that you change. So when it's getting dark, how dark it has to be before the light comes on. Probably the best thing to do is if you put the lux setting right the way up to the highest point, which would be essentially pitch black. When the unit's installed outside, go outside when you feel it's dark enough for the light to be on, and then gradually twist the dial backward to the downward position. It's quite fiddly actually, because it's quite small, so you might need a pair of pliers. But turn it down until it turns off, and that way you know you've set it to the right lux level. Probably, again, because it's an LED, it's not going to waste a load of electricity if you've got it set wrong anyway, so you pretty much leave it however you want. Time setting, I'm personally going to leave it set on the highest setting, which will be the 3-minute setting. 3 minutes, it's not a great deal of time, but it's easily adjustable if you want to. All we do, just twist the dial. Sensitivity, that'll be through motion detection. That's a little bit more difficult to set really, depending on the shape and size of your garden, the frequency of other things coming into your garden like foxes, badgers, cats, etc. I live in quite a reasonably rural area, so we have foxes, we have had the odd badger, and there's a lot of cats around, so I might have to turn the sensitivity down so it doesn't keep on flicking on when cats are coming in and out, and just so it works just for humans or kids. Anyway, that is the LE Better Lighting Experience 10W PIR motion detecting central light. If you want to buy one, I'll put the link down below. I got it from Amazon, like I said earlier. There's probably other places that do it, but I will put a link down below. If there's anything in this unboxing and sort of how-to that I've forgotten, please let me know in the comments down below. If there's any improvements you think I can make to this video, again, please let me know. It's nice to know that people watch these videos and actually make some use of them. So that is pretty much it. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't like it, tell me why you didn't like it in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see more, and this has been Mike from Mike's Unboxing Therapy, and I will see you again real soon.